Shalom. And I want to start off by giving all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Wachach Chodesh. The belongings to my teachers, dead apostles, and elders, a great millstone. And salutations to you, Akim, that's out there listening, pushing forth this word with truth and sincerity, and your few Akwaf as well, that's listening with sincerity. I'm the brother Machaya from the camp GMS Montreal, coming back with another lesson. And rebuke is good. Okay, getting rebuked by your brethren, telling you when you're going off, it's a good thing. Okay, let's start with this. Okay, that's what really inspired this lesson. I was meditating upon it, briefly, and I figured why not make a lesson. So this is Psalms 141 and verse 5. It says, "Let the righteous smite me, it shall be kindness, and let him reprove me, it shall be an excellent oil." Okay, so hey, you know what I'm saying, let the righteous smite me, it shall be kindness. Because ultimately, when you're getting rebuked and being reproved, that's an act of love that, that's being shown towards you, man. Okay, because you're going in the wrong way, you're doing something that's off, and your brother tells you about it. That's an act of love. Shows you that the brother cares about you. Okay, that's why, men of the Lord, they're gonna have the right mindset while they're getting reproved and acknowledge, yeah, man, I need to hear this, even if it doesn't apply. Okay, yeah, I'm saying, even if it doesn't apply, hey, a men of the Lord, they're gonna listen. Okay, because when you buck up against when you're getting rebuked, always finding an excuse. But, the reason I did this is because this, that, the third. No. Okay? Sometimes it's just best to be quiet and just listen to the rebuke. Okay? And take, and listen to the rebuke. And then if it applies, it applies. If it doesn't, cool. Because, sometimes our egos could get in the way. Your ego and how we were brought up in Babylon, like no man can tell me nothing. You're just like me, man. Who are you to tell me what to do? Who are you to tell me that what I'm doing is wrong? We got to get out that mindset, man. Rather, be like this. Let the righteous smite me, it shall be kindness. Because ultimately it is kindness. The brother sees something that's wrong and he's addressing it. Okay, of course, your feelings, you're going to feel weird. It's not going to be good. You're not going to like it. But it must happen. Okay, because that's part of, this walk of ours. We will get reproved and rebuked. Okay, and let him reprove me, and it shall be an excellent oil, which shall not break my head. For yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities. Let's read that in the NLT. It says, "Let the godly strike me. It will be a kindness. If they correct me, it is smooth. It is soothing medicine." It's medicine, man. Really, it is. Okay, because hey, when I retrospect, on certain accounts where I got rebuked, I'm like, yeah, man, that was beneficial, man. I needed to hear that, man, because if that wasn't addressed, I would have continued on with my folly. Which would have led to where that I could be in a bad case. You know what I mean? To where that if that problem didn't get addressed, it could have been a hindrance to me moving forward in this truth. So hey, it is medicine, man. Because the right medicine, hey, it's bitter, man. Okay, whenever you have a cold or you're sick, you get some bitter medicine in you. Hey, it doesn't feel right, but it helps with the healing process. A few days later, you feel good. You have some mucus in you. You take some black seed oil. Hey, black seed oil is bitter. You drink it. Oh, it's just bitter. But after a few days, hey, that mucus is out of you. You fall. You scrape your knee. You start bleeding. You pour some alcohol in there to get rid of the bacteria. Yeah, it stings a little bit, but it's gonna help with the healing process to where that, hey, you know, your wound doesn't get affected. So that's how that rebuke is, man. It's soothing. It's soothing medicine for the soul, for your spirit to get right. Okay, because we are flaws. We all have flaws, man. We have vices. Okay, and you know, it's like we have flaws. We have vices. And, you know, the more and more we're in this truth, we know we strive to be perfect. So, you know, certain things are going to be addressed. You know what I'm saying? It says, don't let me refuse it, but I pray constantly against the wicked and their deeds. Yeah, don't let me refuse them and rather accept the rebuke. Okay, well, what's that in Proverbs? That's another one that I like. It's going to be like a gold earring. Well, let's get that in Proverbs. Wise. It's the word wise and gold in there. There we go. Proverbs 25 and verse 12. It says, as an earring of gold and an ornament of fine gold, so is a wise reprover upon an obedient ear, man. Okay, that rebuke, that reprove you're receiving. You know, if you're obedient, it's like an earring of gold unto you, man. Okay? You're not going to view it as something, oh, brother, you know, the brother's getting on me, you know. You know what I mean? You're getting all emotional and shit because you don't want to hear it because you know it's true. Right? That's a fleshly mindset, man. That's you getting caught up in your feelings and being in your flesh. When you start looking at the man rather than listening to the words. Who are you to tell me what to do? Who are you to tell me that I'm going off? You know, and the demons, they love when you're in that, when you tap into that mindset. They love it. They're going to instigate. They're going to instigate that you in your mind and say, yeah, you're right, man. You can talk to me like that. I can do what I want. You know? You know how the demons pull up in your mind, man. You know? They'll instigate. The demons, they're top level instigators, man. They'll instigate and justify your cause and justify your folly, man. Well, here it is, you're going off. And you, in your mind, you're finding an excuse, you know, yeah, I am right. No, it's not. No, man. Just listen. Okay? To take it as an earring of gold. Are you not wise? Do you not consider yourself a wise man? Take it as an earring of gold. Okay? Stop looking at the man. Rather, listen to the words, man. True proverb right there, man. You know? Because when you get in the flesh, you start looking at the man that's telling you the words rather than listening to the words, man. You got to understand, man. Hey, the brothers that you have around us, they're not regular men. Those are chosen men of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. And if they're saying something, hey, they were inspired by the Spirit to say that, to address it. You know what I mean? You know, you got to view brothers as if, when, you know, a brother's telling you something, you got to view it as if that's Yahweh Shai telling me. That's the mindset that I take. You know, whenever I'm getting reproof or, you know, advice is being given unto me, whatever that it is, you know, I view it as, yo, this is Yahweh Shai telling me, yo, you know? Okay, rather than, you know, like I stated, you know, rather than looking at the man, oh, yo, you know, it's his opinion, I don't have to listen. Fuck all that, man. Okay? I was thinking of a precept. I was saying this. Damn, the precept escapes me. Damn, it was a fire precept too. I'll come back to me. If the Spirit wants the precept to come out, it'll come back to me. But yeah, man. You know, if you know, brother's telling you something. Oh, that's just what I was thinking about. Yeah, in Proverbs. You know, as water answereth face to face. Hold on. There we go. Proverbs 27 and verse 19. It says, as in water face answereth to face, so the heart of man to man. Because, you know, just like you look at your reflection in water, it's the same thing. When a man is telling you something about yourself. You know, because sometimes you need the opinion of another person to see things that you cannot see, okay, about yourself. Because they're on the outside looking in, okay? Because in our mind, we seek to justify everything that we do, okay, thinking it's right. But not all the time it's right. Sometimes you need a third point of view, a person that's on the outside looking in to tell you, no, man, I don't think it's right, bro. You know, scriptures say such and such. You can't do that. Oh, yeah, you're right, bro. I didn't see that. I didn't view it like that. Damn, you're Tawada. Okay? Because, hey, there's another one in Proverbs. It speaks about how that a man's way seem. All right, get this, Proverbs 16 and verse 25. There's another one too I'm thinking of. I'm going to get it right after, Lord willing. It says, there is a way that seemeth right unto a man, but the end thereof are the ways of death. You see, there's a way that seems right unto you, but what? It leads to death. Right? And then you don't know that because, you know, in your mind, you think it's the right way. Like it says, it seems right unto you. So that's when that Proverbs 27 and 16, you need that. You need that heart, man, as waters enswith face to face, so the heart of man to man. You need that sometimes. It's not the right way. If you do this, that's what's going to happen. Oh, okay, I see. Okay. There's another one. Excuse. Okay. This is Sirach or Ecclesiasticus 32. And verse 17, it says, a sinful man will not be reproved, but findeth an excuse according to his will. Okay, that's what a sinful man is going to do. But a righteous man, rather, if we got the precepts of how they're going to view, reprove, and rebuke, they're going to see it's good for me, man. This is that bitter that I need right now. This is that soothing medicine that I need right now, rather than finding an excuse. No, man, I don't think I'm going off, man. You know what I mean? Trying to justify yourself because it seems right unto you, not knowing that it's going to lead to death. You know what I'm saying? Hey, part of you being humble is being able to take reproof too. You know, if you think you're humble and you can't take reproof, hey, you way off, man. You know, you're trying to find an excuse all the time, you know. But, you know, this, that, you know, I work with an individual like that, man. This nigga, anyways, man, he pisses me off, bro. Because whenever you're telling something he's doing wrong, he's like, no, yeah, I know it's wrong, but, you know, such and such told me this, that, the third. You know, he's always trying to find an excuse, you know, because he wants to seem like, I don't know, man. He pisses me off, man. But anyways, man, you know, but this guy, he shows me how much more I need to be in a mindset to just learning to listen to other people's opinion and, you know, take rebuke, you know, because I don't want to be like that guy, man. Always trying to find an excuse when someone's telling you something you're going wrong. And then, he doesn't want to hear it. He thinks he's right, even though he's wrong. And I just be there like, come on, bro. Just fucking listen to what I'm saying, bro. Just shut up and just listen. Damn. But every time you tell him something, like, but this, that, you know, I know it's that. I know it's that. I know. It's always that I know. Sometimes if you know, it's just shut the fuck up and just listen. You know, I'm not saying you don't know. I'm just showing that where you're going off. You know? But anyways, man, you know. Yeah, man, this was in my spirit, man. So I'm going to close it off there, man. All right. Bring me all the praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Wachachodash. Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Until next time, I'm going to say,